Hello YouTube, this is the review for Transformers Reveal the Shield Rodimus and Cyclonus 2 set, which is roughly a really bad, low-quality reprint of the original classics Rodimus and Cyclonus, where mostly the lower quality was put into him, where a lot of the better quality was put back into the reissuing of Cyclonus. Rodimus is, well, the leader of the Autobots during the second half of Transformers G1, Season 3, for most of Season 3. Season 4, he was back to being a hot shot, taking back the regular car mode. This figure has a lot of issues because of the quality control, on the fact that they really cheaped out on the plastic, and the fact that at times his wheels can get caught, thus why this wheel is pushed out quite a bit. The transformation for both are quite easy since they are simple deluxe classes, so let's just get right into it. Rodimus's, kick-ass car, really great design. Always loved it since I was a kid. One of my favorite characters growing up, watching G1 reruns and G1 the movie. I've always liked Rodimus. A lot of people don't like him, but I don't see what the issue is. I mean, I think you're just a little bit of a crybaby bitches for the fact that, oh no, our hero Optimus died, which I thought was great. His death was amazing, well strung. Really great. I don't see how it killed the show. I thought it made it better by having it thrown to a rookie who wasn't really sure of his powers, but whatever. Anyways, the transformation, though, quite simple, quite easy. All you gotta do is start working on the back end, where you'll want to pull out the legs a bit and pull up his tail fin, his fin, his blade, his fin. Pull that up where it reveals his gun, which is supposed to be attack mode for Rodimus. I don't get it. I guess they just gave him his little weird thermoblaster, like thruster, instead of his target master, which they would include for Cyclonus. You would then spin his little fins back, spin that back, so they're like his wingspan. Next, you would then pull out the wheels, pull these flaps down on the bottom, pull this one down on the bottom, and pretty much have both wheels pulled out. I think one isn't pulled out all the way. Pulled out? Okay, they're both pulled out. But anyways, the next easiest part is pull out his arms, which pull out quite easily, revealing most of his body at this point, which I think is still stuck in his hips because the way it works is like they lock into each other. It's kind of stupid. It's just lock, hinge. You pull his legs down. So you pull the legs down and in, revealing his full legs and hips. Finally, you take the back, pull this down, the front of the hood. Then finally you spin the top of the car, the roof, and the windshield to his, passenger area, which is jammed on me somehow. I don't know how that happened. Oh, that's because you have to pull this down. You have to pull his whole butt and hip and pelvis down, so it gives it full free access to spin about, to reveal the back and spine. Then his feet are actually his backlights. Pull it out. Heels inside the foot, main part of the foot, like most Transformers usually try to do, and it actually opens itself up. Pull it up. Pull him up. Flip his arms down. Flip his arms down. Pull his hands out. And there you have your Rodimus once you get the hands out. Rodimus's figure is a good reprint, but low quality. It's better to just buy probably the United re-release or the Originals Classics, because I mean this thing has a lot of stress related wear automatically from just getting it out of the box, and the fact that he also comes with this crappy little buzzsaw, which in the original series he had as a main weapon, but it looks like a pizza cutter or something like a spare wheel to aerial bots use for their landing gear. Hell, his even sidearm blasters are now smaller and awkward looking, along with his original gun, which was never like this. It was a double barrel sidearm pistols that became a giant rifle, and then later on when they became a double barrel rifle when it became a target master. This Rodimus is cool and all, but the quality control, you can obviously tell just from getting it right out of the box, is really horrible, really bad. It's still just a great display piece that you'll want to keep, not in car mode, but actually robot mode. It'll be cool if you actually were able to spend the $70 for the protector armor and, do that weird Rodimus convoy armored mode. It's cool. It's also a little awkward because the head sculpt of the protector armor is weird, but it's a great thing. Moving on to Cyclonus, second in command of the Decepticons during the G1 movie and Season 3, the right-hand man to Galvatron. He pretty much looks dead-on accurate for a Classics figure, and coming alongside Nightstick, his target master. Great little accessory to throw in for the reprint. I don't think the original issue had it, which is a shame. I don't know. I don't really remember that far back to the Classics line, since I wasn't into the Classics line as a kid. But anyways, his transformation is quite easily foreseeable. There's a lot of unhinging, rehinging, and pulling apart, where I usually start on putting in the landing gear, pop the wheels up, and pop in the bottom wheels. And then pretty much the first thing I start in is pulling his head, pull up the flap, pull this in, the nose cone, which I think is the right way to do, and you pull it in his chest, and you get most of Cyclonus after you spin his head all the way around. There's Cyclonus' upper body and torso. You then pull up his arms. After you spin this upside down, I believe, you pull this 180, lock in his shoulder, pull down the arm, do the same with the other arm, lock it in, pull it in, then you take off his arm, unhinge it, fold it. I think you fold that back after you pull down the arms. Wait, I don't even know. Hold on, oh no, you pull out the arms. Once you pull out the arms, free, then pull out the hands. And there's his left arm. Then you gotta pull back, oh yeah, you pull back the wing, and then you pull it out like that to, and fold it in. You pull it up, fold it in. So you pull up, and fold back, and fold in to get his wings pushed in. Then I pull out that arm, then push in, then you push, crap, let me try to do this right. You push in to reveal his hand, pull out his hand. You got Cyclonus, pretty much. All you got left now is his feet, which, when I have it in this mode, without unfolding his feet, it kind of reminds me of Thrust from Beast Machines. I always liked that character, really cool design. But quick thing to do is, all you gotta do is unhinge his feet. His actual feet and lower legs are actually, like, attached to his hips. An easy transformation is you just pull and unlock it, and then they lock into place as so. Down here. Capping off, and then boom. Boom, you unfold the feet. There's your left leg. And here's your right leg, if I can get this without. Okay, it's a little tight. Okay, boom, boom. Fold out the foot. And fold out the foot. And there you got Cyclonus. Now, along with Cyclonus, like I said, does come his target master, Nightstick. And Nightstick is the target master, which was created during Season 4, The Rebirth, the short-lived 3-parter, which pretty much was the end of Transformers G1. Nightstick was some alien race that I always forget what they were called, that were pretty much like the Borg. They melded with machines and did weird-ass crap. Well, Nightstick, you just pull down his hips and legs, then unfold his feet, fold back the barrel to his gun, and you got Nightstick, and you just repeat the same thing. He has limited articulation in the hips, leg joints, elbow joints, arm joints, shoulder joints, no head articulation, but quick way to transform him back. You got your, like I said, legs. He can sit, lift his arms up, all that crap. Not much articulation since he is just going to transform into a gun. You just put his arms back down, pull his barrel back up, push back up his feet, and then you push back up his other extra barrels, like his lock-on targeting system, I guess. I don't know, laser-guided locking system for the thing. I gotta say, for a human being this little robot, kind of weird having your whole legs get pushed up in front of your face. Must be kind of cramped, becoming a gun all the time. Probably, like, gotta be good at yoga and crap, probably, I don't know. But anyways, like, with Cyclonus, he's a better thing to have on display, show off, play around with, because his quality is a lot better for a reissue, because from what I thought when I got this that this was his first release, but it's actually a reissue because of the quality control. You can tell it's slightly crappier than the original release. He is better looking than Rodimus in that, but Rodimus is always one of my favorites. Cyclonus was one of my second favorites. It's kind of hard to tell. As a set, this is a perfect, like, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Separately, if they were to be released separate, I would say Cyclonus is, like, a 4 out of 5, where Rodimus is, like, barely even like, he's like a 3.5 because of his quality control. I didn't lose the missile and I didn't lose the Matrix that's here. I actually have my Matrix on display with a Optimus Prime G1 figure that I have, like a small version, along with this missile. I hate this missile because it looks stupid. I don't understand why they molded it so crappy and ugly looking like this. It's so fugly. I just can't stand it. Anyways, I kind of hope to get more, like, Generations figures / classics / reveal the shields. I kind of want to get Scourge, since he's still, like, shelf warming on my shelves. I want to get Perceptor, and I want to get, Blur. And ironically for me, Perceptor will be the hardest one to get, because he is the harder one to find. Because I kind of want to complete, like, the whole G1 movie cast. I mean, it's going to be hard to get Ultra Magnus, but I think it'll be easier to get a Titanium than actually getting that white hunk of NASCAR junk molded trucker, along with his, like, Battle City armor. It's going to be hard to get all that. I mean, the Battle City armor makes it a great toy, where originally I did not like it one bit because I hated that mold that they used for the Ultra Magnus / Optimus mold in the Classics line. I like actually the Battle City placement on it because it makes it look a lot nicer and such. But anyways, I like the Cyclonus. It's one of my favorites. Rodimus is also one of my favorites, but the figure-wise, it's just for display purposes, where Cyclonus, I do tend to play around with him more when I'm bored, when I want something to do, when I'm, like, just busy, like, not busy, but, like, you know, need something to bide the time, so I just take Transformers out, time myself, transforming, such like that. I kind of hope a lot of other, like I say, G1 guys are remade because of the whole Generations plus War for Cybertron 2 coming out. I hope you like this review. Hope it maybe pushes you to get these things, since these are most likely going on clearance at your local Toys R Us's and such. And I'll see you later, YouTube. This has been Wheelchair21. I'll see you later.